Hey guys, this is Rachel. I'm here with Jason, who is the lead level designer, and Paul, who is creative director on Borderlands 2. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh my gosh, Borderlands 2. What are some of the things you really needed to change in this game, but still keep that Borderlands feel?
There wasn't a lot of changing, there was a lot of polishing. There was a lot of taking all the feedback that we got from the forums, from all the people around, and just making a to-do list and going down the list and knocking down all of it. You know, like we're really trying to hit everything and turning it into a much more polished game.
When putting the levels together, what made you want to go a little bit further than just desert and destroyedness?
That was definitely one of the ones that we got on the feedback. I mean, Pandora is a huge place, and we only showed a very small portion of it in the first game, and so we were just like, let's give them a full view of what Pandora really has to offer in this whole experience. And so we're taking you to grasslands, the snowy, the top of the dam. We have interiors. We have this huge cavern that's in the demo that we're going to show off. It's really awesome.
What would you say are some of the things about Borderlands 1, creatively speaking, that you think has to be in Borderlands 2?
Well, one of our big focuses was to get a lot more storytelling in the game. We had a good foundation, and people really responded to the game, but they wanted more. They wanted more than what we were able to give them in the first time. So we've just gone really above and beyond in expanding our world, expanding our universe, and we're going to tell a really awesome story this time.
Can you go into a little bit of detail of the story, like what's going on in Pandora now?
Sure. It's about 5 years after the opening of the vault, and this alien element has started to emerge on the planet from the opening of the vault called Iridium. And Handsome Jack, the owner of the Hyperion Corporation, has brought all of his power to bear to take advantage of this new element. And so the player is going to be dealing with a lot of Hyperion influence, Handsome Jack, and he's going to have to team up with the Vault Hunters from the first game in order to stop him.
Did you guys ever see like the first Borderlands really blowing up the way it did? Because it kind of came out under the radar, right? And then all of a sudden we were all just like, oh, this game's amazing.
Oh, it's been great. What's really great about that is we got it finished up, and we're like, man, I hope they respond well to this, because we love working on this. We have so much fun working on Borderlands 2. It's been my favorite project to work on at the company, and it's just a blast. So the fact that it was all word of mouth too, that it's slowly spread, it's just been great, because it's just a lot of positive.
Can you touch on some of the new characters?
Sure. We have 4 new character classes for the players to explore and enjoy. We have the Gunzerker Salvador. We have the Siren Maya. We have an assassin named Zero, and we have a commando named Axton. And they all have all new gameplay, including the Siren. She has all new abilities. Everyone's brand new skill trees and a lot to explore.
During the demo, we saw that a lot of the enemies were getting wounded, but not completely down and out. Can you talk about a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we've done a lot of work on our AI for Borderlands 2. That was one of the things that fans were looking for. So our monsters have different levels, like their health comes across in the way they look and feel during the course of play. So in the case of our loaders, the robotic enemies, when they get to a certain level of damage, they'll display a sort of repair icon, holographic repair icon, and that actually calls in some of the other robots to come in and repair them. So you can blow off their limbs, but if you're not careful, they'll get that back and come right back at you.
So a lot of the characters or enemies also have powers of their own. Like we also saw that some of like the fire skag was able to like infect the ones around them and turn them into little fire skags.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is one of our new AI features. They're communicating with each other a lot more than they did in the past. So yeah, the badass skags who have the fire element will roar and call in all the other skags, and then they release a blast that turns all of them to a matching element. So if you have one fire skag, you might soon have 5 or 10.
Oh boy. In the trailer, you guys promised bajillions of new weapons. Can you touch on at least some of those?
Yeah, we have all the classic weapon types from the first game, but and millions of them again. So how do you go further than that? Well, one of the things that we've done is we've put a lot of effort into differentiating the look of each of the weapon manufacturers. And that also is fed back into how each one of them feels. So we've got miniguns now from Vladoff, our rate of fire manufacturer. We've got TDR, who's sort of the disposable. They're all about disposables. So when you run out of ammunition, you just throw the weapon out into the world, and they blow up like a grenade. And Torg is all about explosives. So we've really just expanded the feel of all the different manufacturers as well as the looks.
And lastly, earlier you touched on listening to the fan feedback and everything. What are some of the key elements that the fans really were outspoken about?
There was a lot of wanting just more story. That's been one of our big focuses. They want more in-depth skill trees and things like that. So we're making sure that every point that you put into your skill tree, it's actually advancing your skill and making a big difference. We're trying to make sure that feedback then also gets related. So if you play the demo, you might see that the Siren has something called stagnant, I believe. And so you bring somebody up, you lock them, and then it also locks the people around them. And so you'll see these tendrils come off and hold people in position and stuff like that. So a lot of it is about bringing that we also went above beyond to do accessibility, a lot of usability features in order so you can jump right into play with friends, jump right into co-op, all those things is some of the big stuff that we're hitting.
And more claptrap, right?
Always.
So
He will be there.
Awesome.
We love our claptrap.
We do too. Thank you guys so much. I know I'm looking forward to this game like crazy, and I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to this game. Do we have a release date yet?
Yes, September 18th.
Awesome. September 18th.